everybody? Welcome back to another Wisdom Girl and Wise Woman show. It's your girl, Wisdom Girl, aka Carmel Miller, and this is.
Hey, everybody. I am Wise Woman Leslie Christie.
And today, for episode show, whatever.
103.
103.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Wow.
Our topic today is lessons from a boy named David. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Said share already. Do all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to David was like this little boy who really got his popularity from beating a giant, like probably twice his height, probably more.
About twice his height, yeah.
Well, twice his height. So we are here to talk about what we can gain and what we learned from David because he's been through it.
He's been through it, yeah. And David has had so much experience. And like you said, he's gone through so many things. And many times we read the Bible as if they are just stories without digging deep enough to see how does it apply to me? What can I learn for myself? You know, and so that's what we want to do today. David was a young kid, believe it or not, before he was king, even though he was king at a very young age, but he had a story as a little boy, you know, as a young boy. And so, yeah, we're going to talk about what we can learn from him, you know, and his ups and downs, and not just as a boy, but as he grew up
into a man.
Yeah, and those lessons that we can learn from that. All right. So how are we going to start?
So the first topic is
First lesson.
That's the word I was looking for. Is to be excellent in everything.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So in the in-between season, after he was called to be king, and before he actually became king, David did everything with excellence.
Yeah.
From playing the harp for Saul to being his armor bearer.
Yeah.
To leading his army and to following God. He did everything well. Because he stewarded the small things well, God could trust him to steward a kingdom well. So don't be excellent in something, in just your calling.
Yeah.
But in everything you do.
Yeah, I love that. And that is such an important lesson, to be excellent in everything, no matter what those things are, you know, no matter how small you think they are, no matter how big you think they are, even no matter how good you think you are in it, or how bad you think you are in it, you know, whatever it is, just be excellent in your calling, whatever God has called you to do. And please don't make the mistake to think that your calling is something that's so grandiose that you do in church, you know, that's, you know, people think of calling as something so much more or so much bigger than what it is. Your calling is your way of life, your path, your direction that God had you, your reason for being here on earth. That is your calling. And so be excellent in that. If your calling is to sweep streets with excellence, as Martin Luther King Jr. used to say, then do it with excellence. If your calling is to what?
I don't know. Be a lawyer.
Yeah.
That's just an example.
No, yeah, they all are examples. Then be an excellent lawyer. Do it at your absolute best. Like, give it everything you have. And that's what David did. Like,
do it the right way.
The right way, yeah. David never shortchanged. Imagine if he would have said, "No, Dad, I don't feel like going to give these sandwiches to my brother. I'm just chill. Yeah, I'm just hang out. You know, I'm just take care of the sheep. That's what I'm supposed to do."
Yeah,
he would have missed out on the greatest opportunity and the greatest revelation of who he really is, how it all kind of comes together. Because he did crazy things and good things before that. He killed the bear. He killed, so many things. The lion. He did all these great things prior to killing Goliath. But that was like his coming out party. That was the thing that kind of sealed the deal. Like you said, his claim to fame, right? That was it. And so that was because he did everything with excellence. Yeah. You got to trust God.
Excellent.
You got to trust God with what you have,
Yeah.
Especially since he gave it to you anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So lesson number 2.
Humbly serve.
Humbly serve.
Yeah.
So what are we saying about that?
Sometimes God's calling on our lives doesn't happen right away. In the meantime, humbly serve.
Yeah.
David's greatness began as a servant. Yeah. Be humble no matter your calling or your status. You could be at the highest status. I don't know what the highest status is considered now. It just keeps changing. But you could be the highest status. But what people fail to know is that if you don't serve and you're at the highest status, the only way to go from here is down.
Okay.
Just saying.
Yeah. Even when you are the president of something, even when you are the top person in your company, at your job, or whatever, at your church, or you still have to have a servant's heart and humbly serve. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Totally agree. And that's what God did. God served us by sending his son. Jesus served us by dying on the cross. And so we are called to serve. So, wow, David served in so many ways. He was definitely a servant, and that's why God said he's a man after my own heart. Come on now, because he had a servant's heart. He served. Wow. So be the lesson number 1, be excellent in everything. Lesson number 2, humbly serve. Lesson number 3, don't forsake your calling in the face of opposition. Don't do that.
Do not.
David had to fight the Philistines. He had to lead his men into everything as far as his leadership. He had to be the leader, but he had some opposition too. And so in 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 14, David says, it says that David continued to succeed in everything he did, right? For the Lord was with him. And that is the thing we got to remember. No matter how great the opposition is, no matter how great things come against you, no matter how hard the fight is, if God is with you, come on.
Who can be against you?
There it is. Who can be against you? You're going to win if God is with you. No matter how long the fight is, no matter how hard, you're going to win. Listen, you're already a winner if God is with you. What do you think about that?
Yeah, when God is with you, it's kind of hard to lose. Yeah, it's very, very hard. Well,
that was profound. Sorry. But that was good. That was good. Okay. All right. I'll receive that. Okay. They're gonna tell me if that was profound or not. No, I'm just joking. I'm just messing with her. But opposition absolutely will come. You have to understand that. You, especially as Christians, you have testimonies about that. Opposition will come. People will be against you. You will have to fight your way through. So I don't mean physically fight, although, maybe sometimes you did, but that's not really what I'm saying. But opposition will absolutely come. But God will never forsake you. God will always be right there with you, and he will absolutely protect you and provide for you. Because even like in your experiences at school, you've experienced a lot of opposition. You want to share a little bit about that?
Just to make this quick, fake friends, betrayal.
So what does that mean? Like,
honestly,
like if you had to share with somebody, help somebody understand that, opposition will come, and not to forsake your calling, like not just give up on what you're supposed to do just because of opposition. Like, how would you encourage somebody based upon your own experience?
Honestly, what I would say is not everybody's gonna like you, not everybody's gonna love you, but remember, not everybody's gonna hate you.
Can you talk this way? Because you all...
No, that's my thinking phase.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry.
Let me think.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay. So basically, what I would say. Let me take these glasses off for a second, because this.
Can you see without them?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm taking them off because the reflector just for this.
Okay.
So basically, what I would say is not everybody's gonna love you. Not everybody's gonna like you.
Yep.
They don't like you, but what I've come to realize is that people don't like you because they like you.
People don't like you because they like you. And go a little deeper with that one. Oh, that laugh. No, seriously, go a little deeper with that.
Basically, honestly, don't let your happiness, like what you do, what your next move will be decided because of one person.
Okay, wait a minute, back up. Go a little deeper with the statement you just made. People don't like you because they like you. Like, what does that mean? What are you saying?
Basically, what I'm saying is that they don't like you because they want to be just like you. They don't, what you do now, they want to be them.
She's listening, y'all. She's listening to her. Yeah, she's listening. Yeah, and that's why you have to keep going. You have to not forsake your calling. Just because somebody wants to be you, wants to be like you, you have to keep going. David faced a whole bunch of opposition. His best friend, his armor bearer, Jonathan, his brother was trying to kill him. Jonathan at some point kind of like, distanced himself, and he had so much opposition in his life, but David never ever gave. Even when David made mistakes and sinned against God in the most horrendous ways, I mean, when you put your most dependent, strongest soldier on the front line because you want his wife and you kill him off, that is crazy. That's some
good tea right there.
Yeah, exactly. But yet, and God was upset with him, and he ended up losing his child, his firstborn child, right? And he repented. And this is the thing with David. David knew how to repent and go back to God, and confess his sin and confess his shortcomings.
Listen, I screwed up. I'm gonna need your help here.
Yeah, and this is what I did: A, B, and C. And Lord God, please forgive me and teach me how to do better. Psalm 51. Read it. Read Psalm 51. It's like his cry out. But anyway, he never, even in opposition, in those moments where people were trying to kill him, he had to go run and hide in a cave. He never forsake his calling. He was always there, always dedicated, always on point. Let's put a pin right here for a second. We have Sister Tanisha in the chat. We have Sister Raven in the chat. I love what Sister Raven said. Don't dim your light for anybody else. Come on. Yes. And Sister Tanisha was saying, when you were talking about, when you were sharing a little bit of your story, she says that is jealousy. Like, a lot of times that's what plays into it. Is jealousy. Yeah.
It can never be me.
Yeah, and that's so true. People,
if you want to be like me, just be yourself.
But then they wouldn't be like you.
That's exactly.
Oh, don't try to be like you is what you're saying. Oh, sorry. I didn't catch it.
That was obvious.
Oh, okay.
If you want to be like me, just do if you want to do what I do, just be yourself. Like that's what I do. I be myself.
Or if you admire somebody,
Just be
right?
my friend.
Be a friend, right? Be around them in a friendly way because you admire them. There's
It's
something
better to be
about
on
them.
it's better to be on your inspiration's good side than the bad side.
Oh, I like that. It's better to be on your inspiration's good side than their bad side. I love that. That's a good one. That's a good wisdom nugget right there.
Wisdom nugget.
All right. So, lessons. Be excellent in everything. Humble yourself. Don't forsake your calling in the face
Humble
of
yourself.
Humbly serve. Well, same thing. Humble yourself. Humbly serve. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Number 3, don't forsake your calling in the face of opposition. Okay, so now what's number 4?
Calling me out here in these streets. Surround yourself with good friends in the faith. This is where I hide.
Well, why are you hiding?
All right. Well, I have good friends in the faith, like really good friends in the faith. Yeah. I do. Yeah.
All right. Well, tell us what that means when you say surround yourself with good friends in the faith. What, like that lesson? How do we get that from David's life?
Basically, Jonathan and David's friendship was a huge blessing.
Yeah.
Huge. Especially during the times of opposition. Mm-hmm. That's kind of funny. Didn't he betray him? Okay.
No, he didn't really betray him. I'm sorry if I put that out there. He didn't really betray him.
They just had a little argument.
Okay, continue with the point.
We need people who can speak life and encouragement into our lives. There's a First Samuel.
Yeah, First Samuel, Second Samuel. And back in the day was one book, but that's not what this is about. Come on.
Okay.
Y'all help her.
1 Samuel 23:16 says, Jonathan went to find David and encouraged him to stay strong in his faith in God.
Yeah.
He reminded him of his calling and encouraged him to stay faithful to the Lord.
That was a good friend. Yeah. Because people wanted to kill David. His own brother wanted to kill David. The king wanted to kill David. You know,
he was out here hiding.
He was hiding.
No, this is so funny. Like, imagine if this was current times. Like, imagine, like, Jonathan was like, listen, this person trying to kill you, let's go. Mm-hmm. We're going to Miami.
That's probably what would happen. Exactly. Yeah. They would have just, let's go, booted. Like, we're out. We out. But that shows a good friend, because Jonathan would have been like, no, I'm covering you. Let's go.
Like, let's go. If you handle it and I don't, we out.
But you know what this is reminding me of? What? It's reminding me of Martin Luther King Jr. Mm-hmm. When he has so many people around him who were good. No, but listen, who were good friends. Mm-hmm. He was the leader, like David was the leader, but he had a lot of people around him who were good friends and good to him and would shield him from all kinds of things. And and they were people of faith and would give him, advice that was good for him, good to him, that could protect him. And, and they were not trying to leave him, but really shield him from a lot of the opposition and a lot of things that he went through. Mm-hmm. We need people like that. I wonder if there's anybody in the chat who has a good friend of faith. You're not in the chat. You're reading the chat. You're not in the chat. But okay, good. We take
many friends.
If you are surrounding yourself with good friends in the faith, then let us know. Let us know in the chat. But that's a good thing. You definitely got to surround yourself with friends in the faith, because those are the ones who are going to stick with you. Those are the ones who are going to go with you through, to the end. Those are the ones who are going to tell you the things you need to hear that you might not even want to hear.
Yeah.
Those are the type of people you want and that you need in your life. And that's what Jonathan had. That's a very good lesson for us. We need a Jonathan. I mean, that's what David has. Sorry. We need a Jonathan in our lives. Everybody needs a Jonathan. Everybody needs a Jonathan. All right.
I like the name Jonathan.
Okay. Because your godfather is Jonathan. That's why.
Probably. I just thought it was a dope name.
It is a dope name. All right. So number 5. Lesson number 5. Just because no one did it does not mean it cannot be done. Let me say that again. Just because nobody else did it, it does not mean it cannot be done. David was the epitome of this lesson. Yes, if we don't learn anything else from David, that's something we need to learn from him. Because nobody expected David to be the one out of his brothers. Well, before that, even out of his brothers, to be the one that God would crown as king, right? God would call as king, but David was the one. Nobody definitely expected David to be the one to say, "I'll go."
Like, listen, I'm gonna go.
I'll go and fight Goliath
with no armor,
right? No experience,
except no sword.
Wait, no experience fighting like in an army, but he had plenty of experience fighting and killing, right? But nobody expected that, and it never was done in the way that David did it, right? Who think about it? David was almost 10 feet tall. Goliath was almost 10 feet tall. David is small. He's a boy, less than 5 feet tall. And here he is fighting a giant, fighting this person with a stone and a slingshot. Whee! Who goes to battle with something like that? When all you have is a stone and a slingshot, and he said that he's going in the name of the Lord. That was the power, in the name of the Lord. Sometimes things look impossible, but if you go and you know that God said it can be done, and you go in the name of the Lord, guess what?
What?
It can be done. It absolutely can be done. You know? What do you have to say on this point?
Basically, basically what you said. That honestly, if nobody else can do it, that doesn't mean that you can't. You know, like I had an example in my head, just escaped me. But you know, like, if just because somebody else can't do it doesn't mean you can't do it. When they say you can't do it, that's just because they know you can.
Yeah, and that's possible. That's possible.
I want that to be them. Very unfortunate, but that's not your call.
What I love is when people use that as fuel and as ammunition. Now that you said I can't do it, guess what I'm gonna do?
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Like, there's the shirt that my mom has on. It was like, they said I couldn't do it, that's why I did it.
There you go. And that was David. He was something else. Like, what? Y'all scared? Like, if it was today's language, y'all scared of that? No, come on.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready. Put me in. I love this when I preach from this, because I use like terminology from today. What I think he probably would have said, he would have been like, put me in. I got this. Come on.
Or he would have said, me, you, outside.
Yeah, let's go. Right. And he was not afraid at all. And he was like, listen, they put the armor on him.
Now this thing too big. Let's go.
Yeah, it's heavy, it's big. Like, no, take this off me. No. Me and God, we got this.
And Goliath over here like, 5, 4, 5.
Like, laughing at him like, yeah, who is this little thing, you know? And this is how you got to approach things in your life. You know, like, no, come on, me and God got this. We got this. And there are times, you know, when I have to take that same approach. Like, it looks hard. Sometimes life can be stressful. Sometimes you're juggling so many things that you feel like you can't manage. But you just got to take a deep breath and be like, you know what? No, I'm in this. You know, this is what I have to do. This is what's on my plate. And you know, listen, me and God got me. So let's go. Let's do this. Yeah. And you don't have to even understand how it's all going to work out. I don't think David knew that it was going to end up, you know, that it was going to kind of go through that sequence of events. But he knew what the end result was going to be. Oh, this giant is going down. Come on. I'm taking this giant down today. Like, there's no question. Yeah. But he didn't know, I don't think, that he would, the stone would enter his head and knock him out. Well, he knew he would be dead, but maybe not through the stone. I don't know. But
maybe he thought he would be knocked out, but I don't mean he would be.
Well, I think he knew. I would think he knew, if I can knock him down, and get his sword, then I could kill him. Because he took his sword at the end and killed him. But, but anyway, the whole thing is that it didn't happen, it never happened that way before. Nobody has ever defeated a giant or an army, because the whole army, they scattered after that, and that had never happened before. So just because it didn't happen before don't mean it can't be done. Come on. Yes. All right. So we have the lessons again. We're going to run through them really quickly, and then we're going to tell you what the last ones. Number 1,
be excellent in everything.
Number 2,
humbly serve.
Number 3,
don't forsake your calling in the face of opposition. That's a tongue twister.
Number 4,
surround yourself with good friends in the faith.
Number 5,
just because no one did it doesn't mean it cannot be done.
And then number 6,
do not worry about what others think.
Come on.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what others think. All right.
Okay. When David brought the holy ark to Jerusalem, he danced with all of his might before the Lord.
Yeah.
Queen Michal, that's so pretty, daughter of King Saul, found it distasteful for a king to display such emotion in public.
Yeah.
When she criticized him for allowing even simple folk to see him in such state, David explained his actions by saying that God had chosen him to become king over Israel. Even if he were to demean himself further, he said he was confident that the onlookers would honor him.
Yeah.
So basically, when we push aside our concern over public opinion to serve God in the way we know to be correct, people respect us for our strength of conviction.
Wow.
David did this. Daniel did this. Somebody else did this.
Yeah. When we push past,
Esther did it.
Yeah. Like, don't be so concerned about what everybody thinks.
Also, why concerned about what I'm doing? Shouldn't you be doing something?
Right. Right. Or how people think. Like a lot of people are more concerned about what people are going to think rather than, am I going to get this thing done? Like, how am I serving God? Is this going to please the Lord? And that's the thing we got to divorce ourselves from. Like, to not worry about what other people think and how. Now, it's a natural thing to think it, but think it and then drop it. Yeah. Think it and then throw it away. Because you can't be stuck on that, because you'll never get beyond that. You can't, again, what you just said, you can, number 6, the 6th lesson, you cannot worry about what other people think. Because you'll never move forward and you'll never become who you're supposed to become or do the things that you are called to do. And I don't believe that God wants you to be stuck somewhere when God is an ever moving God. He never wants us to be stuck. He wants us to keep moving, keep going, and to do the things that he has called us and equipped us to do, which are great and mighty things. And so I like that. I like what you just said. You got to push past your concerns and public opinion so you can serve God, in the way that you're supposed to serve him.
Personally, if I was David and she over here talking about slum, why would you do that? Why are you minding my business?
Yeah.
When did I ask?
And well, that's true. That's true.
Like, I'm out here minding my business. You over here. It's giving thirst.
Well, maybe. Well, anyway, I ain't gonna say that. Anyhow, so we want y'all to learn the lessons from David and apply it. Just don't hear what we're saying. These are practical steps of wisdom that you can apply to your life
every day.
So that you can live greater and better and in the way that God has intended. Again, be excellent in everything you do. Lesson 2, humbly
serve.
Lesson 3,
don't forsake your calling in the face of opposition.
Lesson 4,
surround yourself with good friends in the faith.
I love that. Lesson 5,
just because no one did it, it does not mean it cannot be done.
Yeah. And then lastly, lesson 6,
don't worry about what others may think.
Don't worry. Don't even worry. All right. Just a few quotes from David himself. Psalms 27:14, one of my very, very favorites. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord.
Psalms 56, 3-4 says, whenever I am afraid, I will trust in you.
Yeah.
In God, I will praise his word. In God, I have put my trust.
Mm-hmm.
I've put my trust. I will not fear. I thought I said that I will.
Oh, okay.
I will not fear.
Yes.
What can flesh do to me?
Come on. Yes. And then lastly, Psalm 16, chapter 16, verse 8. I keep my eyes always on the Lord. With him at my right hand, I will not be shaken. Yes. Love it. All right. Thank y'all so much for being with us today.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being active in the chat and for participating. And what else we want them to do? What you always say every week?
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us at Wisdom Girl and Wise Woman. And we will see you
next week. Bye, everybody. We love you.